Good afternoon and welcome to Presbyterian Park here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You're listening to KDKA Pioneer Radio from Pittsburgh. My name is Chuckroast. This is the Pittsburgh Presbyterians playing game number 37 of the 84-game Continental League season here in 1920. They're facing the Boston Ruffians, who are 15-21. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians in 1917. Currently in a tie for second place and 5 games behind the New Ohio Debonaires. That was Wiggly Bispo grounding out for out number 1. Here is Throat Boulder. And on the mound today is Ivory Trinkets with a 4.92 ERA. Leading the league in innings pitched with 60 1/3. So he will continue that as do nothing but add to that, and he's going to get Throat Boulder to pop up into foul territory. That was Zimbabwe. And it should be a nice 1-2-3 inning. So Pretend Esposito, who's been quite the batsman for the Ruffians, will ground out to retire the side. Jimmy Soup Cutlets will face Gary Antoinette on the mound for the Ruffians today. Antoinette, 3-5, had a stronger start to the season, but has kind of slipped in form for a bit, has a bit of a sneeze, so the hay fever, always something to keep in mind. Perhaps the Pittsburgh weather not quite seasonable for Mr. Antoinette. He does, however, get Jimmy Soup Cutlets to fly out to the shortstop. And of course, being Pretend Esposito, well to Boopa, second in the order. He flies that one out, but Wiggly Bispo, his counterpart in left field, makes the grab for out number 2. This is Zimbabwe. Looks like he's going to make it a very easy first inning for Mr. Antoinette by grounding out and bringing us to the end of 1. So no score, no hits. We continue things on with Rogue Bison, batting .318 for the Ruffians. First baseman. And he pops that one high up into the air. Could be an easy catch for Murmur Spep. And Spep gets the catch for out number 1. Ivory Trinkets, 31 strikeouts so far this season. That is an outstanding number. It is pretty close, I believe, in the top of the league leaders. I believe Moose Masic coming to his own with the strikeout statistics in Philadelphia, but Ivory Trinkets will definitely be not too far behind. That is Slug Thombid, who drops that into left field, shallow left field, getting the first hit of the game here in the top of the second. Nib Corker, the catcher for the Ruffians. He, of course, replacing or taking the starting job from Shrewd Bland, who, of course, is very happy to have him in Pittsburgh. And he hits into a Fancy Dan to end the inning. Well, that Fancy Dan double play, almost unassisted. It was McQuarrie to Zimbabwe. You get the tag on Thombid. Brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. And their assortment of styling salves, gelatin-based tonics, crimping powder, and, of course, sculpting epoxies. Why be a Mitchell when you could be a Fancy Dan? Bottom of the second, and that is Shrewd Bland hitting it with some ferocity right to the glove of Energy Midtown for out number 1. The man hitting .429. Now makes way for Bale Scottish, batting .344. Rookie season here in the Continental League, came up from the Nashville Fire in the Nursery League. But he batted .257, however he hit 7 home runs, and he's going to get that one in foul territory. 2-2 the count. That's going up high up into the air. Should be easily caught. Wiggly Bispo waves it off, and he records the second out, bringing up to Og McQuarrie, who has been quite the player for the Presbyterians. We're very happy to have him coming from the Memphis Mud Pigs, second baseman. Very patient, 2-0 the count. He smashes that one high, far, gone to industry. A home run from Og McQuarrie. Home run a 1-0 lead over the Boston Ruffians. Brings us to Mermel Sveppen. Loses his footing with that swing. My goodness. 1-1 the count.
That pitch is too
That
low.
is pretty low for ball 2. Bit of a spit from Antoinette under center hayfever. Is a bit of a concern here in Pittsburgh this time of year. I guess the Boston weather is a bit different air. But nonetheless, end of 2. 1-0. The difference is Og McQuart's solo home run. So Ivory Trinkets, first pitch right to Energy Midtown, and it goes right back to Trinkets. He throws it to Bobway. Crowd number 1 brings us to Squire Pondward, batting .255 this season, the second baseman. Former Norfolk Pole Hopper. So again, another find from the Nursery League. Naturally, the southern expansion of the tryouts for the Continental League. And so those teams will only get better and better. I've heard all sorts of expansion across this great nation, much as the nation itself is expanding here in the United States. And what a dive by Jimmy Supella. Does he get it in time? He does for out number 2. Well, Jimmy Soup Cutlets just throws his entire body as if he could throw other parts of his body and not the entirety of it. He throws his entire body into the dirt, scoops up the ball, gets up, composes himself, and gets the out. Gary Antoinette strikes out. That's the first strikeout of the game for Ivory Trinkets. 32 for him this season, and that retires the side. And of course, the Og McQuart home run brought to you by Industry Brand, fragrances, perfumes, and colognes. Because if it smells good, it must be industry, and if it's industry, it must smell good. That was Condom Funnel, batting .218 this season, who popped it up into right field. Boulder had the catch. And we go to the pitcher again. Ivory Trinkets, who's not doing too bad. He's batting .130, which for a pitcher is reasonable. You don't expect too much from a pitcher these days. As far as batting goes, he's valuable where it counts to the Presbyterians. And with 2 outs, we go to the top of the order for the second time today. Jimmy Soup Cutlets 0 for 1. Big swing from Cutlets. He does have 14 home runs, but my goodness, Antoinette right there for the catch, and that catch is worth a salt. Which is why it's brought to you by Salt, the seasoning craze that is sweeping the nation. Find it on menus, in delicatessens, and in your grocery section. Look for the deer on the package. You can follow the deer, and you'll find salt. Found wherever salt is sold. Well, Quigley Bispo starting off the top of the 4th by flying out, and it looks like hits will be coming at a premium so far this game. Here is Throat Boulder, also 0 for 1 today. 2 hits of the game. Log Thornbid with a single in the second inning for Boston, and of course the Og McQuart home run that is the difference maker. Full count, and that is going to be fouled, so they're staying alive. And that will be a walk for Throat Boulder. And Ivory Trinkets walks his first batsman today. Only his 6th walk of the season. This, of course, start number 10 for him, so it's not too bad. A bit of a rarity. Oddly enough, the first time Throat Boulder has Esposito grounds that one right to Og McQuart, who composes himself, gets the out at first, and there's 2 outs with Mr. Boulder on second. Here is Rogue Bison. Bison 0 for 1. A .318 average, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. That is fair down the first base line. It's there for Zimbabwe to throw back to Trinkets. And stranding the 1 runner, it is still a 1-0 game. We go into the bottom of the 4th. And taking the plate for the Presbyterians as well, Cooper. Who is going to ground that one right to Rogue Bison for out number 1. Not the best of form, Wells Cooper these days. He is batting .312, 18 RBIs, but as of late it's been a bit coming and going for him. That might be an error, as I think there was a bit of a ball-grabbing issue from Energy Midtown of Boston. It does put Bobway on first and give way to Shrewd Bland. Kind of the scoring will record that. But it doesn't matter, as Jim Bobway is caught stealing the throw in time. Route number 2. And Shrewd Bland will round it out. So an error for Bobway, caught stealing. He reaches on an error. And Shrewd Bland grounds out to end the inning. Go to the top of the 5th. 1-0 in favor of the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. My name is Steve Chuckroast. You're listening to KDKA, Pioneer Radio for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. And Slog Thombid grounds out after having the first single of the game for the only hit for the game of the Boston Ruffians. Bringing us to Nib Porker, who hit into a double play, his first and only at-bat so far this season. It's going to be a diving off McQuaid, composes himself and makes the throw to first for out number 2. Bringing us to Energy Midtown. That goes right through the legs of Ivory Trinkets, and it's going to be a single for Midtown. He's batting .282 this season. He's on with the second hit of the game for the Ruffians. With 2 outs, it's time for Squire Pondwood to take the plate. Pondwood has only played 22 of the 36 games this season so far. He's going to strike out swinging and end the inning standing to 1. Only 2 hits for the Ruffians. However, the 1 hit from the Presbyterians is the difference maker. Still 1-0.
Inside.
Dale Scottish up the plate. Facing Gary Antoinette, and I must say, the 5th, 38 pitches now. Which is quite economical for both these pitchers. That's going to be Scottish on with his first hit of the game. He's at first. And it brings us back to, well, the home run hitter, the difference maker in this game, Og McQuaid, who gets jammed. It's popped up into shallow, well, midway through the center field. Slog Thombid under it, and that's out number 1. Keeps Dale Scottish at first. Takes us to 7th in the order. Mermal Spep, only playing in his 17th game of this out of 37, so has slowly found his way into the side. He's replaced Spray Bradley.
Too high.
Spep is batting .222.
Take your base.
He will walk for the 3rd time this season. Mermal Spep is on base. Bring us to Condom Funnel. Another person who has been slumping a bit, but for the Presbyterians. But that's going to help. It will at least load the bases, sending home. Scottish throw is just in time. It's 2-0 on an RBI single from Condom Funnel. That is RBI number 16 for him this season. And it's a 2-0 game. With 1 out, we go to Ivory Trinkets. How's that one off for strike 2?
Nope, that's inside.
Let's ball 1 go by. And looks like he will hit it into a Fancy Dan to end the inning. Well, 1 more run scores as the Fancy Dan double play to end the 5th inning. Brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follicle products, put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. You can try their hair lubricants. I understand that is quite the popular treatment these days. All sorts of elixirs and tonics. And of course styling salves, which never go out of style. Out number 1 is Gary Antoinette. Start of the 6th inning. Pop that one up. He's really Bispo 0 for 2 today. He's gonna hit that one high up into the air. Just show up the running track. Condom Funnel with the catch. And already with 2 outs, we see Throat Boulder. He did walk in his last at-bat. And Trinkets up to 54 pitches, so he's been throwing more pitches. But he will get Throat Boulder, looking for a strikeout number 3 of this game for him. And retires the sides, bring us to the top of the order for the Presbyterians. Jimmy Soup Cutlets. batting .413. Mr. Cutlitz has not been having the best of days today. He's over 2. Facing a 2-1 count, and Gary and Antoinette, he's about the same amount of pitching count. I thought that was actually a little bit lower than Ivory Trinkets, but they're both kind of on pace with one another. It's been a pitching masterclass, I must say. Some mistakes here and there from Gary Antoinette. Of course, the home run, one thing that just tends to happen, of course, but nothing against this pitching outing for him. It's a shame that he is going up against such a powerhouse with Ivory Trinkets. We want to see him get some sort of kudos for that. That will be a hit up the middle. Well, Hooper going to be on with a single. So that's his first hit of the game. And that will do it for Mr. Antoinette. So, Sandy Carfax coming in out of the bullpen. Again, the preferred relief pitcher for the Ruffians. He's made appearances in 17 games. This is number 18 for him. 14 strikeouts in 35 and 2/3 innings pitched. An ERA of 3.79. He's a very reliable pitcher to go to. Getting Jim Bobway looking. And that is his 15th strikeout of the season. Now he does have to face with 2 outs. Shrewd Bland, not a very easy one here. And that's going to be fouled for a 3-1 count with the ball 3. Fills up the count of Shrewd Bland. Has to work a bit hard in this one. And will walk Bland. So that is a 10th walk for Shrewd Bland this season. And coincidentally enough, that's Sandy Carfax's 10th walk of the season. Bale Scottish smashes it over the center field wall and just short of the stands. It's to industry, and this game just wide open all of a sudden. A 5-0 game, thanks to a Bale Scottish 3-run home run, his 4th of the season. 5-0 Pittsburgh, as well as will ground it right to Rogue Bison to end the inning. However, 5-0 as we get to the top of the 7th, and Ivory Trinkets continues his pitching work today. Having quite a day for himself. Into the 7th inning. Probably did lead the league in innings pitched last season as well, so we know he's a bit of a workhorse. He does give up a single to pretend Esposito to lead off the 7th, bringing us to Rogue Bison. Bison has been quieted 0 for 2 today. Big swing for strike 2. Of course, that home run from Bell Scottish, brought to you by Industry Brand, cologne, perfumes, and fragrances. Because if you're going to go out smelling like anything, why not smell like the clean, fresh scent of Industry? Found wherever smells are sold. Rogue Bison grounds out for the first half of the game. Unfortunately, there's no fancy Dan double play, and similarly, that is Slug Thombid doing the same. It does move, pretend Esposito to 3rd. And brings in Gert Junction as a pinch hitter. Coming out for Nib Corker. Hits it right to 3rd base, Bale Scottish. Records the out by making the throw. So Junction will come out for Corky Handshake. So again, a pinch hitting situation, moving Handshake in as the backup catcher. Memo Spep popping that one up into the air, and for out number 1. To Slug Thombid, bringing us to Condom Connell, who has an RBI single. Back from the 5th inning. That was what made it 2-0. On again with another single. Up the middle, Thombid retrieves it, and it's one runner on, bring us to Ivory Trinkets, who might be... Oh, he's going to stay in this game. Why not? He's been pitching absolutely outstanding. Not too interested in swinging, it would appear so far. Went into the count.
Too high.
Let's let him go by. 2-2. Makes contact on that one, but it's going to be just short of the warning track into right field. Boulder with the catch, out number 2. And back to the top of the order, it's Jimmy Soup Cutlets, who had no luck today. 0 for 3 has been just stopped by this Boston pitching. Strike 1 for 1-1. He does get on with a single and possibly more as well. They're going to keep him at first. It will move. Condom funnel to third base. It's squirting right by Rogue Bison. And getting all the way to throat Boulder. So breaking the ice in the bottom of the 7th is Jimmy Soup Cutlets with a single, his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 4. Well, Cooper is 1 for 3. Make it 2 for 4 as he's going to bat in Condom Funnel, and he's going to be on with a single as well. 6-0 in favor of the Presbyterians. Thanks to a Welt Booper RBI single. That is RBI number 19 for him. Oh, getting past the glove of energy Midtown is Jim Bobway. So he gets his first hit of the game. And the bases are loaded for Shrewd Bland, which,
Inside.
my goodness, that is one of the scariest sentences to say this season. The man who leads the league in home runs with 19.
That pitch is too low.
He's had 0 luck today.
Right.
He swings like he means it at that point. And he's going to bat in at least 1. That's going to be right to Thornbid. Throw is going to be getting the second one in time. So 1 run score. However, they get, I believe it was Welt Booper at home. And coming into the left field will be, Welt Booper's day will be over. Bray Bradley coming in. And it is now 7-0 in favor of the Presbyterians, top of the 8th. Energy Midtown grounding out. Squire Pondwood. No such luck as well today. He's 0 for 2. But he does get extra base hit by going all the way to left field. Bradley has to relay it so he doesn't go for third. And double number 4 of the season for Squire Pondwood. He's on second, bringing us to Coke Can Lloyd coming in to pinch hit for Sandy Carfax. And Lloyd's going to hit it high and far to industry, making this a 7-2 game. Home run number 8 for Coke Can Lloyd. And that may have to be a bit of a signal that Ivory Trinkets' day may be close to over. Because he'd love to get that complete game. Bit of a sneeze there, the hay fever. Potentially bad today. It's a beautiful June, getting close to July. But, you know, the weather is what it is. Maybe this ball for free today. Hits it high up into the air. Should be playable by Condom Funnel for out number 2 at the warning track. Road Boulder has had similar bad luck today. He hits it hard, and that could possibly be another one. Yes, it's to industry. A home run for Road Boulder makes this a 7-3 game. Throat Boulder, home run number 3 for him this season. And with Pretend Esposito at the plate, Ivory Trinket stays in this game. Well, Pretend Esposito gets jammed for what will be out number 3. It looks like it's going to be Og McQuarrie making the catch, and he does, in fact. And where we head to the bottom of the 8th with Lou Gehrig's disease taking the mound. Right to Energy Midtown. He has a bit of trouble fielding it, but gets out number 1 of Bale Scottish. Og McQuert with 1 out facing Lou Gehrig's disease, who's got an ERA of 3.29. Only 4 strikeouts, but he's also only pitched 13 and 2/3 innings. So I guess he's at 14 even now. A whip of 0.88, so he's very economical and very tough to get a hit off of. Fills up the count of Og McQuert. It's him looking at that one. That's going to fall just foul. And, well, he's going to win that battle of McQuert. McQuert hits it right back to Gehrig's disease. Throw is in time for out number 2. Vermal Spett, first pitch, pops it high up into the air. Should be an easy play for Squire Palmwood. And that is out number 3. So, 7-3 game. Boston down by 4 after a big 3rd inning. And it looks like Jig Fliggleston will come in. And a lot of goodness me, a couple of substitutions coming in. Froth Loins, Knob O'Butter, and Jig Fliggleston, who has not had the best of season so far out of the bullpen, gives up an opening single to Rogue Tyson. So there it is, potentially right to, well, he gets the fielder's choice. There was potential for a fancy Dan, but he will settle for 1 out.
Too high.
Slug Thombit outrunning it. And Corky Handshake will take out number 2. We'll record out number 2. He's batting 241. And, well, get him at first. So, Fixed Ray Mortgage is the last chance for
Fair ball.
Cole Boston, and he's going to drop it into the corner of right field. An RBI double for Fixed Ray Mortgage. Double number 4, RBI number 4. It is 7-2-4. And Squire Palmwood is going to ground it right to Zimbabwe. It got a little dicey at the end. However, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians get the win in this game against the Boston Ruffians. My goodness. Well, it got a little tense at the end. However, the final score of this game, the Boston Ruffians 4 runs off 8 hits with 1 error. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians 7 runs off 10 hits. Goodness me, the Pittsburgh Presbyterians improved to 20-17. Boston will drop to 15-22. And these 2 teams will have another game to play. After tomorrow, they have a rest day, but they have 2 games in a row starting on the 30th and concluding on July 1st. And this will help Pittsburgh keep pace for 2nd place with New York and Philadelphia. I believe Philadelphia play today. New York don't play till tomorrow, if I recall. But, of course, New Ohio still well in 1st place at the moment. They have a series against Chicago. It should be interesting. The winning pitcher is Ivory Trinkets, going 8 innings. And despite the 2 home runs he gave up for 3 runs, gets the win, which will improve his, I believe that it will improve his record to 5-3. Gary Antoinette will suffer another loss decision as he goes 5 1/3 inning, but giving up 1 home run and 3 earned runs. We thank our friends at the Honeyweed Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They are sponsoring the finest dandies of the day throughout the entirety of the 1920 Continental League season. The 3rd finest dandy of the day is at Boston. Throat Boulder, going 1 for 3 with a home run. Coke Can Lloyd is the 2nd finest dandy of the day, going 1 for 1 with the 2-run home run that gave Boston, allowed Boston to give Pittsburgh a bit of a scare. However, it is Bale Scottish that is the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of Honey Wheat cigarettes going 2 for 4 with a 3-run home run. That is the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes and bringing you the finest standards of the day. The Honey Wheat Tobacco Company humbly requesting that you smoke wheat every day. We will see you again for the second of these 3 games. Again, we have a day off, and we will return in 2 days' time to Presbyterian Park, where Cornel Abrasion will take the mound against Bruce Dapper for the Ruffians. Should be a very good one to see there. We will be back here on KDKA with all of the home commentary for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Until next time, my name is Steve Chuckroast. The game has ended. Go in peace.